Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to show you how to create a simple daily streak counter for your app in React Native. It's similar to Duolingo. Let's test it out. So, as you can see, you have your count here, and every time the streak goes up, there's a bob animation. And as you can see, there are two check marks. This is because the streak has started 9 days ago, and it basically cycles, just like in Duolingo. And I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so we got this blank template up and running. This is an Expo. And now let's install some libraries. So you can split the terminal over here, and we can start to install things. So first of all, you need to install the React Native Vector Icons library. I'll give you a link in the description. You don't have to install this if you use Expo. This is only if you don't use Expo. The second thing that we want to install is the async storage. So we have access to local storage on mobile. So make sure to cd to your project and then install it. And the second thing that we want to install is date-fns library. This is to manage dates and stuff like that. So just install that. And now we can get started. So this is what you need to import. I'll explain everything later over here. And now let's start to work on the app. So first of all, we need 3 variables. Over here we got the streak variable, which is the count of the streak. Streak days are the list of the days that we want to display in the app. This is because sometimes you start the streak at Monday and sometimes at another day, like Saturday. So we need to see what is the list for the days and keep it consistent. And 3 is a reference to the bob animation, which I'll show you how to use later. Okay, so the second thing that we want to create is initialize streak. Here we go. This is a function which we will use in order to work on the streak stuff. You'll see what I mean right now. Now let's create 4 variables. This is just today, so new date is today. This variable is last opened, which is a variable that we want to save in the local storage. This is the last time that we open the app. So this will determine if we are on a streak or not. Stored streak is going to be just a variable to see what is the count of the streak. And start day is the day that we display first in the list, as you could have seen previously. So we also save that in the local storage. Now here, as you can see, we do parse int. This is because in local storage you save stuff as a string and not as an int, and this way we make sure it's an int. So next we got the new streak variable and new start day. We just create those because these variables are read-only. So here we can edit them and save them in the async storage. Okay, now let's start working on the logic. So as you can see, if last opened, if this variable exists, we want to check what's the last open, and this will be the date and the day difference, which means the difference between today and the last time that we opened the app. Now if the difference is 1, this means that we continue the streak because yesterday we opened the app. So now we can increase the streak, and we call the bob function, which will be an animation. I'll show you when we get to it. Else, if the day difference is above 1, we want to reset the streak, so we reset it to 1. And the start day is today from now on. Else, this means that last opened is not initialized. So this means that it's the first time that we open the app. We just set it to 1. And now we can set it in the async storage. So the streak is the new streak, start day is the new start day, and last opened is today, because today we opened the app. And now we save it to the storage. Finally, we set streak to new streak, which is our variable using the state. And we set streak days to a function that I'll create right now. Okay, so this is after initialize streak. Let's create a new function called generate streak days. Guys, I just noticed that I've made a mistake. In this case, it takes care of the special case of 7 days that we want to show all of the check marks for the entire 7 days. But this doesn't take care of multiples of 7, like 14 and 21. So this is the correct line of code. This takes care of all of the multiple of 7s. So this generates an array of the 7 days. And for each day we want to see if it's completed or not. And now for the last function, we just want to create the bob animation. So here it is. Basically inside the loop, because we want to repeat it twice, we just set the value to 1.2 and then set it back to 1, and it loops 2 times. This is for the scale. You'll see how to use it in a bit. And this basically just makes the last day pop, like bob. Okay, so now we have our render day. This takes care of the singular day that we want to render inside of a list. So firstly, we want to check if it's the last day of the streak, because this is the only day that we want to animate. So that's the way to do it. And then we return a view which will style below, and then inside it an animated view. We want to animate it only if it's the last day of the streak, and if it is, then we want to transform the scale, and the scale will take the value of the animated value over here. As you can see, 1.2 to 1 to 1.2 to 1. Inside of here we'll use IonIcons. So again, if you're in Expo, it's already pre-installed. Of course, you can use any icon you want. This is the one I like. And then if it is completed, then we want to use this icon. And if not, just the ellipse icon, which is the circle without the check mark. And then below it, we just format the day in a way of 3 letters. So it will just show the name of the day. Okay, and now instead of this, we'll use this. This is a simple view. We'll have the title over here, streak, with a cool fire emoji. This is the streak count, and then we simply use a flat list. The data will be our streak days. This is the array that we created before. It's horizontal, not vertical. Every item inside it is a day, and then for render item we use the function that we just created over here, render day, and then we style it. So this is the last part. This is the style that I use. There you go. I will of course post it in the description so you guys can copy it. We forgot to initialize the streak, so we just do a use effect over here, which will basically call this function because we want to call it immediately. And now let's see it in action. And there you go. I added margin top, so it won't be at the very top. And there you go, it works. So now to test it, use your phone or your emulator. Just simply close this out. Let's go to settings. Let's go to date. And let's change the date to February 10. Now simply open the app again. And there you go, with the animation, everything works fine. And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, make sure to put them below. And I'll upload this project if you want to mess around with it. And yeah, that's it. Have a great day.